Hi everyone. I'm not really used to doing pre-recorded content yet, but well, I have a friend that I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to properly tutor. Maybe I'll be able to get into a voice call with her, maybe not. But I'm recording this just as a just in case. But today I'm gonna be talking about magic in Mabinogi, and I'll be going over every skill in the magic tab and then some. So let's get started real quick. So from the top, we've got meditation. Meditation boosts your recovery speed. You have to toggle it. It stays on, and you have to turn it off manually. It is a turn on, and manually have to turn it off. It automatically turns off if you die and get revived. Um, you should only use it if you are wielding a magic weapon. There are multiple weapons in Mabinogi that count as magic weapons. If it can cast intermediate magic, it is a magic weapon. If you can cast intermediate magic with it, it is a magic weapon. Um, Now there is a loophole to this in Elemental Knight, but we're not going to get into that today. The second skill on this list, enchanting. This allows you to put enchants on gear. It's exactly what it says on the tin. That's all it does. It gives you does it give you intelligence and yeah, whatever. Rank it if you have the means. It's kind of useless most of the time, to be completely honest. You're only ever going to use it to you're only going to ever use it to put enchants on gear. Healing. I'm going to be completely honest. If I was in Harmonic Saint right now, I would not be using this skill at all. Healing does exactly what it says on the tin. It's single target healing. It is a Danable skill. I only have it at Dan 1 because the healing Dan is honestly infuriating to do. Magic Mastery. Magic Mastery, its biggest use is increasing your MP. I'm going to be completely honest. This ranks up as you use magic. Party Healing. Something you should master as a if you are a healer, because the mastery title for it, prior to getting Harmonic Saint, is one of the only ways to heal wounds with magic. This is also going to be your primary way of healing people before you get Harmonic Saint, if you are a healer. It's very nice, to be completely honest. Fire Mastery, Ice Mastery, Lightning Mastery, Bolt Mastery, and Weapon Magic Mastery. These all increase your damage. Weapon Magic Mastery also just makes spellcasting easier, because it decreases the amount of MP you spend on stuff. They're all very simple. Lightning Bolt. So normally this is what Lightning Bolt does. However, if I charge it up twice and find some enemies that are grouped close together, come on, come on, come on, group up closer together. Group up closer together, please. I can't demonstrate. Okay. You'll notice that I just hit 2 enemies with that. If I had 5 charges, I could hit up to 5 enemies with that. Lightning Bolt has the quirk of consuming all casts of the spell when you fire it. This quirk is transferred to Thunder. You'll notice that I have 4 charges here. That is because I am in Dark Diviner. The Dark Diviner Arcana, as a bonus, the higher you take it, gives you the ability to multicast spells. I am not capped out, otherwise this would be a 5. My staff also gives me bonuses because I raised it. The more casts of Thunder you have, the more times it will go off after you fire it on an enemy. It used to be a little different, but well, it just functions the way it does now. It's very nice. It does recurring damage if you, the more casts you have on it. Also, it turns black when you Dan it. Lightning Rod. you have to hold the skill button. You'll notice that I have it on my F10 here. I am holding F10 on my keyboard. Fires a line nuke. It's very, very simple. You can only use it with stabs. It does damage. Firebolt. This is another spell that consumes all 5 charges when you cast it. Its damage increases the more charges of it you have. With Lightning Bolt, its damage actually goes down the more charges you have. Well, no, it goes down the more targets it hits. But with Firebolt, it goes up in damage. So, if I get 5 charges here... I should just hit Snapcast. If I get 5 charges here, you'll notice that I just did 44k damage. But with 1 charge, I only did 6,600 something odd damage. This is the property shared with Fireball. Now, Fireball. You want 5 charges of Fireball. Anything less, and it does a ton less damage. You'll notice I did an amount of damage there. Well, this is going to do less damage. Let's find an enemy real quick that's close enough to me that I don't have to turn on Spell Walk. Always try to have this at 5 charges. It used to not be castable at anything less than 5 charges. Now, Meteor Strike. This spell has a cooldown. It does a lot of damage. Some of it is true damage. It also puts a dot area of effect on the ground. The enemies will take damage over time if they step in that fire. It's very nice. People like to use a skill that resets its cooldown a lot to make it do stuff. Ice Bolt. This has the property of you can stack up to 5 casts of it, and then it lets you do this. The other 2 bolt spells don't let you do that. It lets you cast 5 separate charges. They all do this about the same amount of damage. It apparently recovers MP when you actually use it on enemies and debuffs them now. That's new. Alright. Well, I learned something today. Anyway, moving on to Ice Spear. This is a spell that consumes all 5 charges when you cast it. It does this. That was not a very good demonstration of Ice Spear. I'm sorry. I'll do it again. That is not what I wanted to do. Alright, you're gonna actually explode this time, right? Please hit more than 1 enemy. Ice Spear will spread when the enemy dies. And if any enemies are within a certain radius of it, they will also get hit by the Ice Spear effect. And if they die, it will spread again. It's very nice. I like it. I'm very fond of it. Hailstorm is literally magic final hit. You sit, you wait for 5 charges, you fire it off on an enemy. It's very good when you're using Spell Walk. Now, Fusion Bolt. This used to be just a thing that you could only do if you had good ping. But they turned it into an actual skill at one point. And yeah. So what I'm going to be demonstrating is Ice Bolt, Firebolt. It has both the properties of Firebolt and Ice Bolt. So at 5 charges, it's doing the most damage. And you can fire off 5 charges. Come on. Alright. Now, let's demonstrate Fire Lightning real quick. Note how this consumed all 5 charges at once. Uh, li lightning ice is very much the same as ice fire, except for it takes lightning bolt instead of firebolt's passive. Now, the elemental shields. These block their respective elements' magic. They don't block it completely, but they shunt the damage. So if you're within this area and a fire attack hits you, be you the caster or it just creates a field that does not differentiate between friend and foe. If fire magic hits something within the field, it will blunt the damage. Much the same for ice shield, lightning shield, and natural shield. Except natural shield blocks missile type damage. So arrows, guns, anything that's non-magical and is a ranged attack. This will blunt. Mana shield. This is your bread and butter as a mage. And really, if you don't have any other use for MP, it basically turns your MP bar into a second HP bar. It used to be a lot more useful than it is now, but I mean, it's not useless. Now, Blaze. This is a skill that is very annoying to land. It does things. You turn the nearest enemy into a bowling ball, and they explode after getting knocked back. That explosion can damage enemies. It's nice, but I don't use it. Now, Spell Walk. Lets you walk while using magic. You can charge spells while walking. You can walk while using intermediate magic. You'll note earlier that I complained about not being able to move while casting magic. Well, while using Spell Walk, I get to do this. It's definitely something that you should train up as soon as you have the ability to do so. It's very good. Now, Snapcast. Snapcast is very nice. It automatically gives you 5 charges of any magic that you use after casting it. A quirk of Snapcast is that you can use Bolt magic. Ice Bolt is the one that you would probably prefer to use to reduce the cooldown. This is actually a training requirement. But casting bolt spells and landing them on enemies while Snapcast is on cooldown will reduce the recharge time. It's very nice. Inspiration will give you MP back. It's more effective the lower your MP bar is. And then Spirit Staff Awakening is something that, much like Spirit Wand Awakening, comes with having a ego weapon. It caps out when your ego, spirit weapon, whatever you're going to call it, hits level 60, but you can take them to level 100. It's very nice. It lets me have super armor when I'm using it. Now, there are a couple other skills that I'd like to talk about while I'm here. Shockwave is one of them. It is the hidden magic skill. It's this. It's the get away from me button. It's very nice. I like it a lot. It has a chance to reset whenever you get hit. Now, technically, that is all for magic, but there are a couple more things that I could cover. I could cover Dark Diviner right now, but I'm not going to. This isn't about that. This isn't even about Harmonic Saint. So if I ever do another one of these videos, maybe I'll cover those then. Maybe I'll cover Arcana all in one video. But, yeah, that's it for now. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.